Alright, so it's time for another tier list, and this is gonna be my best units of 2023 so far tier list. So basically it's gonna be from melee until, well, melee. Although he did release here, right? Something like that. Together with Arthur, the LR version of Lost Vein Meliodas. But I didn't get him until, you know, as like the final unit here. So we're just gonna put him here at the end. Although I think we all know exactly where he is going, right? Nah. Up here. But this is basically gonna be a tier list of all the units that released from January until June of this year. And yeah, you might go like, oh, but Perg Melly released in December, but he released in January on global. And that is also why I'm not gonna count tier, because of course tier already released on JP. Because I'm a global player, I haven't had the opportunity to actually try him out, and it would be disingenuous of me to, well, rate him before I actually try him out. So this is gonna be all the units that I've tried out in the various teams, in PvP, in PvE, that I've tried them out on. And I'll do my best to be as objective as I possibly can, even though this is a subjective tier list. Like, the way I'm gonna rate these units is probably not gonna be the same way you are gonna rate these units. So if you think I'm completely wrong with one of my ratings, then of course just sound off in the comments, tell me how much of an idiot I am, and say exactly where you would like to rate them. But yeah, I think with that, let's just get into it. So we're just gonna start with Perg Melly. We all know he's a god tier unit. I kind of wanted to have like one unit up here, and we know that Lost Vein is up there. I am a bit torn between which of these two units is the better unit. They both work exceptionally well in PvP, but also in PvE. I guess we'll just save it. I mean, I could just put both of them in god tier, but who is the better one? That is the question. Like, they're both good for like different reasons. But we'll just keep them here like this for now, and then yeah, we'll just go over all the other units. Now, next up we had the release of Mono. I did put them all in a order, I think this is the correct order anyway. So basically from Mono until Tristan. But yeah, Mono, she was very underwhelming. I'm actually just gonna put her here for now. I'm pretty sure she's not gonna be in like B tier. I'll see what other units I put here as we go along, but honestly she's very underwhelming. And maybe she will be good once we get like new awakened units like, well, you know, Roxy, right? So once they progress the Catastrophe story and we get some more new units, maybe she will fit into like a meta Catastrophe team. But unfortunately for now, it's not that great. And there are a lot better alternatives. Even green Mono is a lot better. She at least like debuffs the enemies, lowers their defense, stuff like that. So, which unfortunately this Mono doesn't do. But yeah, we're gonna put her here. Rhea though, I kind of want to have her up here. Should I put her in S tier or A tier? Yeah, I'm gonna put her in A tier, and then I'll see like what units I put up here in S tier as well. So she's so good for the demonic beast, and now with the Freyr Holy Relic and the new tier unit, like she can work exceptionally well in PvP. Though of course this tier list is just before the update, so she's not quite there just yet on global. She will be, and I know she will be, and that is sort of the bias I'm trying to weed out. I'm trying to just think about the first half of 2023, not what we will get in just a couple of days on global. But again, she's like an integral part of the best in her team. She also works in all the other demonic beast spells, and for that I feel like she most definitely deserves at least an A tier, even though she's not really that meta in PvP yet. So yeah, we're gonna put her there. This king though, like I feel like he's better than Mono, so we're just gonna put him here in B tier. I tried him out with the new Lost Vein. I haven't released a video on it yet. I was gonna do it, but I feel like that team might not work that great, because of course king, as you know, and we'll have a look here in Grand Cross database because I don't have the game up. The way he works so well with LR Lost Vein Meliodas is he's gonna increase his basic stats by 8% for every 7 deadly sins units on the team that is a green, blue or red unit. Now you can put this king alongside Lost Vein Meliodas and Queen Diane, and that is honestly a really good team. Like you can have backline Ban, you can have backline Anashi if you want some more survivability, but it works, and it's gonna give you 24% basic stats, which is awesome. Same as like having Zeldris in the back, but it's basically always gonna work. And then you don't need Zeldris, like you don't need to worry about debuffs, and like you don't need another unit that's gonna like apply debuffs for like the Zeldris passive to work. And then what happens when you're facing off against someone who is debuff immune, who can cleanse debuffs? And for that, this king is awesome, and he also has a really strong like AoE attack, so it works well with like Lost Vein's infect card. So you can just infect with Lost Vein, then do this weak point AoE card, and then I don't know, some other cards as well. Like you're gonna do some chip damage most definitely. Like he might not kill someone with like a bronze card or something, but you will most definitely do some chip damage. He also has a poison card. I did actually manage to kill an Esterosa with the poison card from the tick of the poison, which was hilarious. But yeah, yeah. Anyway, I feel like he doesn't deserve like to be down here, even though no one like uses him, and he at least deserves here. He's not as good as like Freya, but he deserves to be here. Mile though, I'm gonna put him at, oh my god, this is a tough one. I feel like S tier. Should I put Freya on S tier as well? Nah, probably not. I feel like Mile is at least better. Like, he's not the most broken unit ever, and I feel like Netmarble was a little bit cautious when they actually released him, because they didn't want a meta breaking unit like they already did with the last two festivals, which was of course Perg Melee and the one Ultimate. But Melee isn't bad. Like, what he does for the Archangel team, making them immune to like stat lowers, and especially with like all the stat lowers going on with so many of the different teams, that's exceptionally good. What the Archangel team is missing though is like a really nice backline unit. They do get somewhat of a nice backline unit with Tristan, I'm not gonna lie, but they still need something better, you know. There is that thing that's missing, like to at least have like two really strong DPS units on a team like most other teams can have, while still getting all the other like support effects. Mael unfortunately is like the only DPS unit on his team, and I feel like that brings him down a notch in the tier list. I feel like almost here, but like yeah, he's probably gonna be here, because anytime you face off against an Archangel team, it's like really annoying that you can't stat lower them. So yeah, I'm gonna put him here. Though, as we're talking about another DPS unit for like the Archangel team, if you have seen my video where I use this green Ludo together with Mal, like you can one-shot pretty much any unit with these two, because of like Ludo's attack-related stat increase to goddess allies. That's honestly exceptional. So I feel like he is at least an A tier, maybe a B tier. Now I'm gonna put him at an A tier. Like, the videos I put out on it worked out well on that team, honestly. Like, it worked out great. I'm not sure how well he will work on the current meta against like Lost Vein and stuff like that, but at least for what I've tried him out on, like, it works great. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna put him on. Megelda, I'm gonna put her here. She works quite well against the Skull and Hati fight. I know that she also works against the Nidhogger boss. Then she allows you to like ult rush your ores while also increasing your HP related stats to give you some more survivability, to allow you to heal, because of, for example, Skull and Hati reduces your HP related stats by 40%. She sort of mitigates that along with Red Thonar, and you will be able to lifesteal back quite a lot with that team. So like, healing isn't a problem. She also heals you whenever she cleanses, so she's an all-around decent unit. She's not broken, she's not super good, but she's decent to have in that team. And if you saw my video from yesterday, where she's basically on the sub 9-minute run for the Skull and Hati fight, like, that's such a fast team. I just love that team, honestly. But anyway, now we get to Roxy, and I feel like I'm gonna put Roxy up here. She is, of course, always gonna be an integral part of any human team. She's also constitutes like the fastest bird farming team. That team is so goddamn fast, because you can just clear phases with 2 attacks with Escanor. If they have damage cap of 30%, mind you, because basically Escanor's finger poke, of course, is gonna hit damage cap, then you will do an additional like 30% of that damage cap. Say the damage cap is 30%, then 30% of 30% is 9%, so Escanor's finger poke alone will deal 39%. With Roxy's passive, that is gonna increase the damage even more, and against the bird with like my Escanor, I did over 50% of the bird's health, when he has a damage cap of 30%, mind you, with 1 attack of Escanor's. So 2 finger pokes with Escanor just straight up kills the bird. That's insane. That alone like makes her a really god tier unit, that she allows and works so well with one of the best units in the game. And in PvP, she's an absolute menace. Like, we all thought like, yeah, the human team is gonna be meta, like, oh, they release Rudius, no, then they're gonna release a human festival unit, no, it's Ban, it's gonna work really well. But he does have crits, like he crits quite a lot. Rudius crits, Escanor crits. You have so many human units that do crit with like single target attacks, so her passive works out exceptionally well there, and you can just pick and choose what units you want to kill whenever you're running a human team with her. In the future, we are of course gonna also get like Chaos Arthur and some other like human units, of course, so she might still be meta for quite a long time. Now, she's not top tier meta, of course, not yet. Human team isn't top tier meta, but I feel like at least like on par with what Mael provides the Archangel team, she basically provides for the human team. Now we got this Liz here, and I feel like I just want to put her here, like maybe in between A and B. Nah, there's no way she's as bad as King. Because why people think she's bad is because she's a worse unit of a free unit that we were given out last year, and that is Kizuna, of course. Now, she does still provide you with like 30% attack related stats, and also increases your basic stats. Now, what Kizuna also provides is a cleanse. She provides you with basic stats, but you can still get that from any other unit as well. So I don't think that's a point in Kizuna's favor, honestly. And against the Knighthood boss battle, this list is actually better than Kizuna at providing you with like the maximum number of points that you can get. You will of course need to get super lucky tank, basically get Ludo Margaret's gold buff card, so you can get the basic stats from that. You're still gonna get the 30% attack related stats from this Liz, and that's basically what Kizuna provides, right? Because you also get the cleanse from Ludo Margaret's buff card. Additionally, this Liz is a goddess unit, so she is gonna benefit from like all the basic stats the goddess units give each other. So yeah, I feel like she's most definitely in A tier, at least when like compared to all these other units. Rudius, I kind of also want to put him in A tier. Like, he's not as good as Roxy for like any sort of human team or like PvE content. Like, of course he works in all of those contents, and he takes way too long to cook, and the human teams are a little bit squishy. Like, of course you got this new Arthur, right? He's gonna provide the human team with some tanking, so that might allow Rudius to cook. But still, like, even when you get like 5 of his orbs, which by that point gives him an additional 50% crit chance, he still misses a crit so many times. Like, I can't even count how many times he's missed a crit when I needed him to actually crit. You're going like, oh, he works well with Roxy. No, he doesn't. Like, he hardly ever crits, even with like the 50% crit chance he gets from his passive. It's ridiculous, man. I just don't know, but like, he's most definitely not like B tier here, the same level as King, but he is up here. Ares, though, I would put down here. She isn't that useful. Like, she only works with Rudius, and that is basically only in PvE content, and it's not gonna be, you know, the greatest thing ever in any sort of content that you actually want to run them in. Any sort of content like the Knighthood boss battle, like the final bosses. Of course, she can constitute a team with Rudius for like a really fast clearing team, but that doesn't put her at like A tier with the rest of these units. Like, she's not nowhere near like a Freya level or Gelda level. Kind of want to put him down here though. Nah, I'm gonna keep him up here. But yeah, it's fair to actually put her here. Like, she's not that great. She does well in like PvE content, but she doesn't provide you with a lot of points in PvE content if you're running sort of like Knighthood boss battle or final bosses and stuff like that. Roxy, though, about here or here. That's where I want to put her. She can work great, and I honestly love this unit for what she actually does. Like, she provides you with a shield of return, and if the shield isn't broken, she's gonna increase your, was it attack or attack related stats? Yeah, it's attack related stats by 20%. So that is honestly really nice, especially for the unknown team who basically only give each other like basic stats. So having that additional like attack related stat could be massive. But still though, she works in the demonic beast battles, but I feel like as well as Megelda works in Skull and Hati, like there's no way she works that well. Any other demonic beasts, she doesn't work as well as like Freya in any of the other demonic beasts. She might work better than Rudius, but then again, like Rudius, I feel like works a little bit better in PvP. Again, I kind of want to put Rudius here, but then I need to bring Ares down. I should have maybe like made another tier here. But yeah, I'm just gonna put her here. I'm gonna be happy with that choice. Now, Ghislaine, where do we put her? Like, I feel like, yeah, she most definitely deserves to be here. She's like the tankiest unknown unit ever. She's so insane how tanky she is. And she taunts the units with the highest CC, reduces their stats as well. And of course, on any team, LR Lost in Meliodas is gonna be that guy. So he is gonna have his stats lowered, most definitely 1,000,000%. If she's up against like a Mael team or an Escanor team, she's basically not gonna be able to reduce their stats. That's sort of where she falls off a little bit, but I just think she's such a cool unit. She has a really nice ultimate, and yeah. Oh, and speaking of ultimates, like Roxy's ultimate, if we find the correct application for it, I feel like it could be enormous. Like the stat lower that she provides, if it's like on a Knighthood boss battle, and I think there's only one of them, I'm not sure if you really need to deal that much damage to that specific Knighthood boss battle, because you can debuff it. Yeah, it is the one that where you need to do as much damage as possible. It's the current one, isn't it? Oh, I haven't tried her out there. Oh, I actually might do that. But there might also be some final bosses where she can be used, of course. If you have her ult at like 5666, you're gonna lower their crit defense. I mean not just crit defense, but resistance and everything. Like, it's everything except for basic stats, wasn't it? So was it at 66? It's 160%, which is just crazy. That also reduces like attack related stats and defense related stats and HP related stats, except for like basic stats. But I think at like 5.6 it was 130%, and then at 4.6 it's 100%, which is still huge, right? So yeah, she most definitely, like, oh, I kind of want to put her here just for her ultimate. Now I'm gonna keep her here. I'm gonna stick with my initial gut feeling. For now, she's here, but if we find out a better use for her in the future, of course she can move up at that point. The most useless unit of the year, I feel like, goes to her. I don't think you ever want to use her in the Knighthood boss battle. She's basically the blue Elat of the Knighthood boss battle. Like, you're not using blue Elat on the Knighthood boss battle. You're not using Camilla on the Knighthood boss battle. Ever. And yeah, that's about it. Xena, though, or Jenna. I guess she's called Jenna on global, but Zena on JP. At least that's what Greg Cross database translates it as. Jenna, Zena, whatever, the Mave unit, the collaboration that no one expected. She's about here. She of course provides you with some alt rush capabilities. She has a cleanse card and like an alt gauge remover, but that's about it. Like she's not super great or anything. She's not down here with these two units, but she's basically here. That's where I'm gonna put her. Ban, I want to put him here. Even pre-buff Ban, I want to put him here. Like if you just cooked with him, if you just used Gopher with him, he could one-shot anyone. And he could deal such high numbers of damage. Like that was just ridiculous. Like the pre-buff video that I did on him. It was just, yeah, it was absolutely amazing. And he's so good now. He works in so many more teams, not just like the Sins team or the, what was it, Fairies? Now he also works with humans, which is super awesome. But I don't think anyone can argue that he is not in S tier. He's not God tier, he is S tier. Like there's no way he's anywhere near any of the two melees. So yeah. Arthur though, he's either in B tier or in A tier. He didn't work out that great in my 2 PvP videos that I tried him out on, and I haven't tried him out in like any other content. I don't think he's gonna work out that great in any other content though, so I'm just gonna put him in B tier, just sort of even out the curve a little bit. Because yeah, I don't think he's like anywhere near the level of like Freya or the Megalda or Rudius. Like he's down here most definitely with the rest of these, well, kind of bad-ish unit. I feel like I want to put her up here. I want to put her up there. Yeah, like here we go. Come on, she can be up here. Like she's not as bad as any of these units. No way. I changed my mind. All right, and then we have Tristan. So Tristan kind of works as like a backline unit for the angels. He doesn't really work as a backline unit for the demons. Like he provides demons with 9% attack related stats. The red Ragnarok bond provides them with 10%. But where to actually put him though? He was used in like the tournament thingy, and wasn't one of the winners actually using him on the final match, whatever, and like altered with Tarmiel and wiped the enemy team. Didn't that happen? So kind of here A tier for the angels, but still like nowhere near like Freya's level or any of the other usefulness of any of the other like units. Like I said before, like the archangels really need like a good backline unit, but Tristan might not even be that. Like he's not the greatest. They didn't release with his cosmetics. We still don't have the cosmetics on global, so I can't base anything off of that, you know. And I only had him 1/6, so basically I would always go second with him. Yeah, I'm gonna put him down here, like in B tier. There's no way he's anywhere near A tier. So yeah, this is the tier list. Let me know if you agree or disagree with me, if any of my choices. Like, do you want to move her down? Do you want to move him up? Just let me know down in the comments. And yeah, with that, I think that's gonna be it for me. Hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a most wonderful rest of your day. And yeah, I guess I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.